Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
How's how's it going?
Oh, yes.
I need to do like something like this with something with his hands. He did this or he did this.
Who?
Something. I don't know. Obi-Wan, whatever he did
Oh,
was.
because
It's been too long.
hello there.
Hello there.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to Google it. Yeah,
He did something with
it's
his
like this. Two
something.
fingers? Is it two fingers?
Something two fingers.
Hello there.
Something,
Yeah. So I don't
this.
know. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it. That's it. That's right.
Oh
Hello
man.
there. Oh boy.
What
And
is
not
up,
even a minute
everybody?
in, and we're demonetized.
Great start. Wow,
It's
yeah,
good.
start strong.
I only had
haven't
one
even started
sip.
drinking yet.
I haven't even. I've literally just cracked this right before I switched it on.
Oh, what's up,
I have no
everybody? Ho
excuse.
Ching Young, DJ, Stu, Masaki, Freedom 760, Joel, Dustin, Star
Yeah.
Seed, hey, the
DJ.
usual crew, usual
Yeah, man.
suspects.
Yeah, it's always
Nice
the
to see
usual good.
everybody.
Yep.
Nice to see everybody. I know the producers
Welcome back,
listening.
Dustin. Yeah, we missed you too, man.
Yeah, welcome back. So I want to get right into it. What are you drinking?
So I got my go-to, right? Like
Mhm.
these are only in for a certain amount of time. They're
Right,
never on
of
sale. They're
course.
never part of a deal. So whenever I see the Kiwi Sour 7%,
Yeah,
I grab
okay.
it. It's like fruit. It's
Fair
like fruit
enough.
juice, man. This thing's like, I think they could push it to 9, but
Mhm.
it's just so freaking tasty. The kiwi flavor is just too good. I mean, I think might
Okay.
as well. Hey, 7 premium sponsor.
Seven, hey, nice,
Sponsor me.
nice,
But
nice.
since I'm going
Nice.
with the Japanese stuff, this is what I
Yeah.
really have for later.
Yo, that's fancy.
Got
Look
the
at you.
Kirin
Mm,
Prime, like special malt, and it
okay,
says I think
okay.
it's got some kind of like New Zealand hops or something
I don't
on
know.
it. That's what the translation somehow said. It was like special malt with like New Zealand hops. I don't know if you can read. Here you go. Maybe you can read the Chinese.
Um, I don't, oh yeah, yeah, New Zealand. That literally looks like a curse word. Yeah,
Really?
New Zealand MFer hops. But it's not, but that, sorry, my brain just went straight there.
Straight there.
Straight there. But yeah,
Is
oh
it the
dang, that's
GAN
cool.
word? Is I'm thinking of, or no?
Yeah. So
Anyway.
yeah,
So yeah, man. That's
fancy schmancy.
yeah. So
Well,
that's kind of what I found. I was like, okay, this one looks pretty good.
like I said,
All right, what do you got?
I'm excited.
Because
I'm
I
excited.
think you've got something
I'm excited.
pretty wild.
I got something really wild. So the other day, I was having lunch. After I finish lunch, I do what I always do. I go to the convenience store and try to pick up my Monster BCAA. Do you know they have a Monster BCAA here?
Huh?
It's really good. It's kiwi lime flavored
Oh, you got my
Monster
attention with kiwi.
BCAA. It's got give you a little bit of kick. Great. It's just give you a little bit of hydration, good flavor. But that's what I do for after lunch to get my Monster BCAA. But then I saw something in the fridge that caught my eye. Something
What?
that didn't belong.
What?
Taiwan beer.
Okay, that's legit Taiwan beer, but
Not
we
just
don't
not
have a
just
tea lager
Taiwan
here.
beer. This
There's
is
no
a
tea lager here.
This is a tea lager.
No, we don't have a tea
Taiwan
lager
beer.
here. We have like
Yo.
there's a Kavalan does a tea, like a tea cocktail, and
Right.
Taiwan beer does like a pineapple and a grape lager. So they
Oh,
have
they
like it's
also
literally
do
like
the
beer
honey one,
plus
remember?
pineapple, beer plus grape. But I've never seen the tea.
Yeah. This I saw it.
Is that
I was
like
look,
here? Like spin it around. I mean, see, it's like is it like imported or is it like a
yeah,
Japanese special?
this is like made in Taiwan,
But it's
right?
got Japanese.
But
It's got
yeah,
Japanese
got all
writing
the
on it.
Japanese words on it,
That's
Japanese
not a
writing
sticker,
on it.
right? That's
I don't
actually.
know if it's an import special. No, it's not a sticker. This is printed onto the can. This
It's
is
got to
not a
be
sticker.
an import. It's got to be
It
an
did say
export.
like made in Taiwan, probably because it's only 3%.
Yeah, all the ones
Um,
here are like 2.9
and
to
it does say
3%.
uses red tea.
Okay.
They use real tea in this thing. So
Ju-
like I would have been happy just to have a normal Taiwan beer.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey,
I'm first off shocked you got Taiwan beer there, and second
in
off,
the Lawson,
in a Lawson, and then second off, a
and
flavor that I've never even seen here.
like to put it in perspective for you guys. So I got it in the Lawson in Aramoto, like where our office is, and that Lawson is super tiny. It's already in like kind of the middle of nowhere. Not want to say middle of nowhere, but it's out there in Higashi Osaka. It's like on the east side of Osaka. And it's not like Osaka downtown. Like you Google Osaka, where we work does not show up. You
It's
know?
like you gotta
It's
like
just,
move the map a few times.
yeah,
Like
you gotta like, oh, that's where it is. But like, yeah. And then so in our little, dinky Lawson, we have this Taiwan tea lager. Again, only 3%. So
All right, crack it open. I got to get your rundown on this, man. It's Taiwanese, so I'm gonna guess the tea flavors should be pretty there. But if it's like the ones I have here, it's very much
well,
like
it
beer
smells like
plus thing.
tea.
All right.
Well, not tea, but like it looks like just regular beer. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Really?
Like this is the best flavored Taiwan beer I've had ever. Because
Really?
remember I had the honey one, right?
Honey ones,
And it
the
just
pineapple,
literally
the
felt
grape.
like they just like took the beer and dumped honey and
That's
canned it.
what
It's
they
a good
always do.
luck.
The honey, the pineapple, the grape are always like, here's beer, and they're just gonna add some flavor to it. Congratulations,
Yeah.
now it's that flavor
Like
beer. But
this is definitely flavor added for sure, for sure, for
Mhm.
sure. But it does have that nice flowery rose tea kind of feel to it.
Okay,
Definitely not red tea. There's this definitely not Hongcha, not at
so it's
all.
more like oolong,
But
you think,
no,
or
it's
something like
like
that, or
those flower teas that you get in those hipster
yeah, yeah,
restaurants,
yeah,
like where the
yeah, yeah,
girls love
yeah.
going and the flower
Yeah.
petals. It's got more like that rosebud tea flavor to it
Well, what do they call it?
than anything.
Mansis tea or Mansum? I forget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like okay, the finish does have a bit of that breakfast tea flavor to it, just on the finish.
Yeah.
But like the flavor profile is more like that flowery tea, you know. And I can see why they maybe did the 3% because anything higher, the alcohol would just knock the tea flavor out of
Yeah.
this thing.
Tea flavor is very delicate. So
Yeah. Freedom 762. Joel, I haven't seen Bintang here yet. I'm pretty sure they would. Like when I was in Nagoya, you know, when I was in Nagoya, I went to this this place that had a lot of different beers. They had Blue Moon and they had Red Stripe from Jamaica. I was like, what?
what?
Yeah, they had Red
Red
Stripe.
stripe?
They
Really?
had Red Stripe. I couldn't believe it. They had Red Stripe. So I ordered a Red Stripe, and then the lady was like, "Oh wow, you know what this is? Of course I know what this is.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yo, like this is the best mediocre beer ever."
Right. The bottle's different. Everything's great about it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's one of my go-to summer beers.
Yeah. Again, it's the best mediocre beer you'll
Yeah.
drink on a hot day. Like it's not something you're like, oh yeah, Red Stripe, woohoo. But then like when you're in Jamaica because it's so dang hot, you know, you'll drink these things like water and it's delicious.
Well, they're
You
better
know,
in Jamaica though. I'll tell you that.
probably,
They are, man. I've
probably,
been
you
there.
know,
They're better in Jamaica. They really are.
yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to Jamaica, man. Man, it's a long time, long, long time. But anyways, before I get derailed. So
Yeah, I know.
that's our beverage for the day. Yo, I'm looking at the topics you got today. Air raid.
Yeah.
You mentioned this briefly today. You said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we had an air raid today." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, we were attacked. Well, simulated attack, I guess. So I guess we can dive into this one. This is an interesting thing. This has happened. It's happened before, but I've never been in a location where I could like kind of look outside and see what's happening.
Right.
So it was today around 1:30. Actually, it's from 1:30
Mhm.
to 2. Apparently scheduled, but hey, you know, I don't watch the news here that much. I read some of the news, but like some of the stuff's, you know, scheduled. Stu knows what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, your phone goes off. Like it's the like if you live in the States, you know what I'm talking about, like the EMS, like when the EMS system,
Like
your
the
phone,
Amber Alert. You
Amber
know.
Alert, and all that junk goes off on your phone, right? And typically, that it really kind of startles me because here when that thing goes off, it normally means there's an earthquake, and it's a
Yeah.
big one because it has to be enough to like register. So like you'll hear it go off, and immediately I'm grabbing the phone and I'm like looking around, what's gonna fall, right? Because like typically it's like a 5 or higher, right?
Right.
And it's in the zone going to be like a 5 or higher, so it's going to be like it's going to move you. It's like you get ready to get rocked.
Right.
And they usually get about 2 to 3 second head start after the warning
Mhm.
goes off to when you feel the earthquake.
Right.
So I'm like, oh crap. And I looked at it and I'm sitting with the producer. We both look at it. We're like, oh, air raid drill. What the? Okay. So we both put our phones down and we're like that. And I'm like, well, I'm getting ready to order lunch. It was a little late because I had a later breakfast today. And oh my God. Yeah, Stuart, I'll mention that in a second. I've actually seen him in person, by the way. Like it goes off, put my phone down. And I'm like, well, I got to order my lunch. I'm going to get some, I always order like healthy lunch box and food here, even delivery food, like Uber Eats food's like really affordable. So I'm just going to order my normal one of like 8 or 10 healthy lunch things I order from, like rice, veggies, like steamed veggies and like some kind of lean chicken or lean meat. But open up and like Uber Eats apps, like no drivers available. Like the app is just blank. I'm like, huh? I'm like, producer, open yours. I don't know. Mine looks okay. But it was like, try to go through nothing. I'm like, what's going on? So she's like, wait a minute. I think they closed the roads. I'm like, what? So here's what they do. So, I mean, it's half an hour. It's like, well, I'm not going to starve, right? It's fine. But I'm just like, what is going on? What's weird? So went and looked out my window and I overlook, I'm like overlook a decently busy street. It's like a one-way street, but it's like multiple lanes. There's always traffic because it's kind of like a main cut through to get into the city. And
Right.
I'm like, where is everybody? There's no cars out there. There's no people on the road. I don't see any Uber Eats or Food Panda. We have a food thing called Food Panda here. It's like
Right.
it's like Uber Eats or like
It's like DoorDash.
DoorDash,
Right,
yeah, like those guys. But they all ride around on scooters. Like everybody's on a scooter. They get a scooter. They get like the box. The pink box for Food Panda is literally a white panda on it. It says Food Panda. Or Uber Eats, a black box with the green writing. And they're always just zipping around on scooters. Literally, yes. You like for half an hour, it is they call it a missile warning drill or a missile air raid drill. Basically is, we're probably going to get the Umao attack us for this comment. It's basically a drill if China attacks Taiwan. And I know.
I have my multicam tropic ready, John.
You have your multicam tropic ready? I chose
mean,
team. I'm gonna sneak in the night.
Remember what Greg told us when we were at Haley Strategic, how he was so adamant about multicam tropic.
Everybody's buying multicam tropic. Yeah, I got my
multicam tropic's gonna be the next best thing, especially when your government becomes tyrannical. I'm like, yo, Greg, we get it, bro.
Yeah, we get it, man.
I got
my MC black because it looks cool. That's all I care. But anyway, so like, yeah. So there's an air raid for a missile drill in case China attacks. And this happens, I think, once or twice a year. They do the test. And the cops stop the road. Like everything screeches to a halt for half an hour. And people stay in. Don't go outside. Right. So it's everybody does it. Everybody like abides by it. I was like, wow, this is pretty creepy. Like it's all of a sudden just quiet outside. Like I'm in a busy area. Nothing. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So there's like an air raid drill. And it's
funny
happened
because
before, but I've never been anywhere where I could like observe the roads or been like in a busy-ish area where I was like, oh, let me see what's going on here. I mean, they closed, like everything shuts down. For half an hour.
Right. It's so funny because like the moment you told me that I was talking to Misaki was like, hey, so what's the topic going to be tonight? I said, oh, I don't know. Let me go hit up Jono. And you were telling me that after I finished, I said, whoa, yo, they just had like a big air raid drill, in Taipei. And Misaki's like, oh, I was like, yeah, they shut everything down. And Misaki's like, oh, okay. It's all right. We have these all the time. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? He said, yeah, North Korea fire and stuff over here all the time. I mean, it happens so often, nobody cares anymore. So I'm like, what, really? I said, yeah, matter of fact, the day you landed, they just fired a missile our direction anyways. So we went to Wikipedia and he pulled up all the missile firings from North Korea.
Yeah, the North Korean ones, because they always head your direction.
April, May, June, 1, 2, 3 weeks ago. And Masaki's like, yeah, this happened all the time.
Yeah. It's like, really? Yeah, and also
he just said it just like deadpan. Oh, yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, who cares?
And apparently they shut down like occasionally, like once every year or two, they'll shut down part of the freeway. And they'll practice landing the fighter jets and taking them off of the sections of the freeway. I see those on the not like downtown Taipei, but like somewhere in the south, like on one of the big long stretches of freeway. And the fighter pilots will actually do practice landings, takeoffs, things like that. So
yeah, I see some of those that footage on the news sometimes. Yeah, man, legit landing an F-14, landing an F-16 on those 4-lane highways.
Dang,
that's cool.
Yep, that's what they do because they got all the F-16s they bought from the States here. It's weird. Like sometimes I'll hear helicopters look out. There's like a Black Hawk or a Chinook. I'm like, wait, it's Black Hawk. What the?
It's those black helicopters, John. They're following you.
Man, they're following me. It's like, look.
Are you the one turning the frogs gay? It's you,
man.
Isn't
It is me, man. I know. I
gotta
quit telling people
that down the toilet. I swear.
Doing that.
You're the one that's turning the frogs gay. That's why the black helicopters are following you.
The funny thing
is, you get it. You don't.
The funny thing is, if you get it, yeah, you get it. You don't. But like the guy, I'm not gonna tell you the guy. I'll probably get demonetized for even saying his name. But like, he's not. Like his stories aren't totally wrong.
They're
They're
not.
based in like
Yes.
actual somewhat but they're so overly like
Yes.
they're
He's
like
so bombastic
it's
about
like
it.
like the story's here and he's like, I'm gonna make it here, and it's just like it's over the top
Yes.
version.
You know, it's funny. Like, I can't believe I have to defend this man. But like, it's funny because when he was saying talking about making the frogs gay, what was happening was he was actually referencing an actual study being done that people were flushing an exorbitant amount of like chemicals through their, oh, what is it? No,
Like
they were taking so many like contraceptives.
Contraceptives, birth control pills,
Yeah.
that it was in like
And
the
then,
excrement,
yeah,
the
in the
urine, like
system.
it was
And
heading
then,
out.
yeah, that's right.
They were
And
testing
it
the
was
stool
causing,
models, and they were showing like hormone levels,
yeah,
like
that's
contraceptive
right.
levels were showing up.
And it was causing
Immeasurable-
frogs to, yeah, it was
unmeasurable
causing
amounts.
frogs to have their, because frogs can amorphically change their sex, if depending on the environment for breeding. So like what was happening was they had too many same-sex frogs in one area, and it was causing the population to dip.
Yeah,
So instead of saying it that way, he just said they're turning the frogs gay.
yeah, just like way over the line.
Just like,
Anyway,
how did you get
can
from this
Google
to
the
this?
saying, and we're probably gonna get delisted. You Google it, you'll figure out who we're talking about. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Dude, he was solid gold though. Okay,
He's solid gold meme material.
yeah, that's right. Like anytime you catch him on Rogan or anytime you just let the man play in the background and just go do some chores or something. Just, man, I still remember the early days and he was talking about like interdimensional beings and lizard people.
And then
Yeah,
what was
I
that,
believe
what was
one
that
of
show
the-
on Netflix? Inside Job.
Inside Job, yeah.
The cartoon, so hilarious because they like hit all the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Inside Job was pretty good. Season 2, apparently.
oh, they're gonna do season 2?
Season 2, I think next year.
Done. If you guys haven't watched Inside Job, you definitely need to jump on. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Knowing our audience, I'm gonna guess the lion's share of the audience here is quite versed in
There's
Inside
a-
Job.
There's a few bits in there that was a bit touch and go. It was like really, that was a little contrived, but
Yeah.
a lot of it is, good fun.
Yeah. Really good fun.
Some bits didn't age well, but some of it was pretty good fun.
Yeah. We'll see what they do for the next season. It's pretty good. I liked it. Like
Yeah,
there's
for
enough
sure.
good jokes in there to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah. So Air Raid, that was it. And
that was fun.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
That was
But,
interesting. What did you do last weekend?
Try to escape the freaking heat, man.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
everywhere,
go.
like everywhere on this, if you're in the northern hemisphere
Hmm.
right now and it's summertime for you, I think there is just no way around this mess.
It's not that, over here, I have to say, it's not that bad. Coming from Hong Kong, right? Like we had our like Fahrenheit wise, we had like our 100 and 102 Celsius Fahrenheit days, I think like in May. And right now we're like low 90s, high 80s, like in the 30 Celsius. So it's 30, 33, 30.
I'd
30,
love that, man.
34.
We're like 37, 38,
No, and,
39
the
every
great thing-
freaking day.
Oh, for sure. The great thing is it's just not as humid here. And I think that's what makes life so much more doable, is just with Hong Kong's 80% humidity, 90% humidity, and then it's like 37 degrees there, feels like 47. I feel so bad for people there. Here, I really do. It's fine. It's that 50 or so percent humidity. It's hot. I'm not gonna lie. It's hot.
Right now it's dropped down. Right now it's 29, which is mid lowish 90s.
Yeah.
But every day this
Yeah.
week it's 37 or 36 is the high.
Yeah.
Which for
Yeah,
those
Masaki was
it's,
right. Today's
it's
34.
101 or so, give
Yeah.
or take.
Yeah. Today was in the 90s. Yeah. So like it was all right. Like I found it very, doable, very manageable. I mean, when I was in Wakayama that one weekend after it rained all day on Saturday, Sunday was wow, just kill me.
Yeah, if you're outside for any measurable amount of time in this stuff, you're just dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty savage. Yeah. And it felt like, yeah, exactly. Jay's saying that too. It's like, it feels like 46 during lunchtime. And that's what it says. If you look at the feels like during the day, it feels like 110, 111, 112, 113 for you Fahrenheit guys. Yeah, it's just savage. And this is your East Asia,
Mhm.
South Asia,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Typical, but it just seems this year it's just been because I think globally
Yeah.
this year it's just been a burner. Whether you're in the UK, like UK, EU, you're in anywhere in North America, you're in the States. Of course, you're here, anywhere, like even all the way up to you. It's just savage, man.
Yeah. But I don't know, like in the last few years though, like trend wise, like you'll get these incredibly hot summers and then winters is super cold.
Yeah, it's like
Like where
it
my mom is
boomerangs.
in Arkansas and north. Last winter, they had like 3 inches of snow on the ground for a month.
Hmm.
Yeah, they'll maybe get like a half an inch and it'll melt like in 2 days.
That's like
No, they
Tennessee, where I'm
had
from.
yeah,
Yeah, like it hits the
they had
ground, it melts in
three
like an
inches
hour.
yeah, they had 3 inches of snow for like a month and then it melted and it snowed again.
Wow.
Like shoot, yeah, my mom was like, wow, like the summers are super bad and then like the winters are super cold. Like, my mom, my mom was like, so when is this global warming thing happening?
Yeah.
She's ready for it.
Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Name that movie quote
Yeah.
for those out there. I'm sure there's some
Yeah.
geeks out there that'll get that one.
I remember watching an episode of Top Gear back in the day when
Oh,
Jeremy
Top Gear's
Clarkson was driving a V12 something. I think it was like a Lamborghini.
Stu-
And then he was
stupid 2
saying like,
seconds.
and he was saying something along the lines of like, oh yeah, carbon emissions, all this about global warming. But according to these scientists, apparently if global warming hit its maximum, the UK would be like Miami. Well, I'm all for that. So let's buy more V12s.
That's so true.
Jeremy Clarkson says, who thinks this is a bad idea?
Yeah, just gonna warm us up, get us out of the cold mess, be like Miami Beach. It'll be great.
Yeah. The UK would be the next tropical destination. Who would imagine?
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I'm just worried about the story I read. And before we get into the since we're talking about last weekend, I read this today, but we'll get more into last weekend. I want to for you geek guys, I want to show you something I got this last weekend actually. So I'll go. I know it's a little airsofty, so I'll save it kinda toward the end of the show because it's pretty freaking cool. I didn't know it existed, and I found it, and it's awesome.
An airsofty thing?
Yeah, kinda. I know. But did you guys see the story about the 7-year-old kid who got his finger broke by the chess AI robot?
The what?
So there's a story. It's going around. It's around the internet. I think it was in the UK. I think. Don't quote me on that one. There's a story about this kid. It's a chess tournament. Yeah, buckle up, man. This is the story. So he's in this chess tournament. He's playing chess, and somehow the robot messed up, apparently, and it was like it skipped his turn, and it was going to move the piece, right? Or whatever. Yeah, okay, Russia. I don't know. Somewhere. The robot was going to move the piece during the kid's turn. And the kid was like reached in and was going to move his piece, and the robot came in to move at the same time. And the robot literally grabbed the kid's finger and broke it during the match. Like
The robot knew it was going to lose. You see,
exactly,
the
man.
see,
This
this
is
is how the Matrix starts. This is the
I've seen this
animatrix right
movie.
here. The
I've seen
robot
this movie
knew it was
before.
going to lose and it couldn't handle losing.
Schwarzenegger's
There are
in this
two things
movie.
in
I
here.
know this
Robots
movie,
are
man.
Pricks.
Robots, what? The chess machine made by
Will
Cyberdyne
Smith is
Systems.
there somewhere.
Cyberdyne Systems made it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, this teaches us two things. Robots are pricks and they have emotions. So we got to pull the plug.
Hey, speaking of that,
On
you saw that story
Siri,
about Google,
on all
right?
of them.
That Google AI, like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like a month ago or
Yeah, but
whatever.
the problem is so I was reading another thing along those lines. It's actually just like a very, very, very smart text predict bot,
Yeah.
right? That's really what it is. It's a very smart text predict bot. And then I'm pretty sure the poor programmer is probably lacking a little bit on the social life.
Did you?
Needed somebody to talk
I
to.
think he got and just read a little deep into it.
What was that Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Yeah. What was that one?
Her?
Her.
Was that the name?
Yes, her. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Masaki said
Yep.
the 3 laws of
Masaki's
robotics.
right.
Yeah, he's right, man.
Already broken.
Already broke it, man.
Pull the plug. Pull the plug. This is it.
The
Pull the plug.
finger snap heard around the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, Stu, yeah, another one on the robotic side, the armed Boston Dynamic dog. Do you
Oh
see
yeah,
this
when we were
thing?
walking down the stairs.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. The one with the AK strapped to his back, who's popping targets downrange.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I
Oh,
saw one where
yo.
he had something slung behind him,
Mm-mm.
walked down the stairs, with that Marine.
No, 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 no. Is it Boston
Oh, I,
dog?
I totally believe it. A Boston Dynamics dog with a gun strapped on it, dude.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
moment
yeah.
they
It's
announced it, it was only inevitable.
the first. Let me tell you this. I just typed in Boston Dynamics with a dog, Boston Dynamics dog with a gun in Google, and the first result is quote, "This needs to be illegal as of yesterday." End quote. Let me go to what? Yeah,
Yes,
so
I
you
agree
can
with
Google
this.
this and watch this dog literally shoot downrange. He is shooting, punching holes in cardboard. Now, his recoil mitigation sucks, but I would dare tell, and he's throwing some rounds definitely over the backstop of the range.
Mhm.
However, I guarantee you his first shot, maybe two, are at least on target.
Oh, and I'm sure if that thing is a learning AI, then it's going to realize, okay, I need to hold, 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 hold. And next thing you know, it's popping, sub MOA groups with anything.
Yeah. Now this one, but he's able to compensate at least. So like it hits, it pops off. It's doing like burst fire, right? So they got to switch to full auto. He's doing burst fire or whatever, and it's kicking back on him, and he's able to bring it back on target after the little 3-4 round burst, and then op it again, right?
Hmm.
Yep. He's just and he's doing that little funny dog walk. You've seen the dog, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, right?
yeah,
Like
I know, I
the
know,
little
I
high
know, I
stepping,
know,
weird,
I know.
and he's like just takes the next target,
Yeah.
turns to the next one.
This is
I'm
the
like,
start of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This is
dude,
what
this
it
is
is.
again. I've seen this movie. It's got Schwarzenegger in it. No, there's another one with
I've
Christian
seen this
Bale in it
movie
too.
before.
Christian Bale was in one version.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Well, Will Smith was also in one. That was pretty
That's
good
right. Yeah,
too.
yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
Yeah, iRobot was a good movie. Yeah, to answer your question, Razvan, yes, this is an embroidered koi. I got this because it closely resembled a tattoo I used to have on my chest piece. The difference was the tail on my chest piece went up. This one goes down,
Wait,
but
wait, you
this
said
now
used
closely
to?
resembles more.
Used to have?
Yeah, because I got a bigger piece that covered it.
Oh, you got a cover up. Okay.
So so my current chest piece before I left Hong Kong, my current chest piece is now. So let me come back a little bit.
Wait,
So
wait, time out.
when
Time out.
I
Time out. Time out.
got
Time out. Is that a Goku shirt? All I can see is the very top of like.
this, no, it is a
Oh,
pineapple.
it's a
That's
pineapple. Look at Goku's hair. It
No.
looks like Goku's hair. It's
Shout
a
out to
pineapple.
Pratama Tactical for always taking care of me and sending me cool t-shirts. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, this is their
Awesome.
summer line from 2019. I love the shirt. No, too tight for me now, but I'll wear it at home.
It's just
But
medium.
yeah, so yeah, Jay, it is a new era. But the reason why I got this is an old hat. I had this for over 10 years. I think it was like a
Wow.
12, 13-year-old hat. So what I did when I saw this, I had to get it because it closely resembled my Japanese koi chest piece at the time. But my chest piece at the time, the tail was turned up instead of down. So now that you know that, now why do I have it kind of covered now with something new? Is because when I finally got the rest of my forearm done, which is from this part down to here, my friend who is a really, really good tattoo artist in Hong Kong, he did my two water lilies really big because like I've gotten bigger over time. And so he looked at the rest of his work and he said, bro, like, can I get you like a really, really, really good deal? And can I redo everything from the elbow up to my chest? And I was like, well, how good of a deal are we talking about? I don't want to talk numbers, but it is about close to half the price I would have paid for a half sleeve plus a chest piece, which is from him a lot of money. So I paid half that price and I just paid every time I went in every month. So now what I do have is I have a Japanese koi where the head is here and the tail ends here. So that's how big this koi is now. So it's from here.
So
all the
that's
way
the
down to
tail
here.
I see.
So this is the
there.
tail you see here,
Right.
right? So this is the tail here, and then you have the rest of the scales
Yep.
here that goes up to another flower piece, and then the head is here with the water line under my pec here like this. It goes up. So Now this closely resembles my chest piece, my arm piece, way better than it did before. So
So it's
it
kind
was kind
of
of one of those
serendipitous, right?
happy
It kind of
accident
worked out.
things. Yeah. So yeah, I really, really do like this hat. You know, it's my tattoo hat. So it's good.
Yeah, Bumpkin earlier is like robots rising now. Everybody get a 50 BMG. I'm like, yeah, 338 Lapua.
I mean, why do you think we moved away from the M4?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Why do you think we got that new
Like,
support weapon, the M250?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, guys, we're only we got those two guns for two reasons. We're either fighting the Covenant or we're fighting robots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I always ask, what near peer are we fighting?
Yeah.
What are we talking? What?
No, 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 no.
Oh, goodness
These are for the
gracious.
alien invasion, guys,
Funny
or the
stuff.
robot uprising, nothing more. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ho Chi Young,
exactly.
Foreigner Yakuza with more ink.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that movie, The Foreigner? It
No,
was called The
actually,
Foreigner, right?
what? Yeah, yeah,
With
uh,
Jared Leto, right?
yeah. Jared Leto.
That was
That
pretty
was like
good.
really weird.
It was
Like, you
deep.
thought it was pretty good.
It was
It
good
was.
because it was deep in a weird. I don't know. Sometimes I like that kind of stuff, though.
I don't know. I feel like maybe because like I've been here so often, and I'm good friends with Masaki, and he's told me so much about like Yakuza stuff or and stories about places here, and seeing the place, and just kind of doing like I feel like a lot of it would seem plausible, but I feel like so much of it felt a little too played up
Yeah.
that, maybe if I didn't know so much, I would have been a little bit more like
See, I'm not plugged
okay
in
with
like
the
that,
premise.
so
Like it's like every time my biggest gripe about Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I love that movie more than any other movie that in the whole franchise. I think Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was the best one that they made, bar none. Like it's not even close. Everything else just hot garbage. You can't change my mind on this.
well, it's because
You cannot
apparently
change
it
my
was
mind.
supposed to be a totally different movie, and at the
Right.
very
And
end, like sometime during the production cycle, they actually badged it Fast and the Furious.
so the reason why I say that because it's finally car racing. Yeah, it's finally car racing. And so
Drifting in that
but
parking garage.
but my biggest issue with Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is people they really actually think that is what real Japanese car culture looks like every weekend. It's like, yo, I really want to go to Japan because in Fast and Furious, I'm like, yo, man, come on. 90% of people here driving K cars, okay? That's not what they drive, bro. So
Yeah,
is it good?
it's good. I'll tell you, per capita, I think was it
It's
Porsche?
good.
My buddy was telling me, he's like a racing engineer. Stu knows what I'm talking about. He was saying like Porsche, like the number one, like they sell more Porsches per capita in Taiwan than anywhere else. Like I'm telling you, man, you go on the street,
Oh,
it
I would
is like
not.
every fifth car is a BMW, a
Mhm.
Mercedes, or a Porsche. I mean, my God, they literally
Yeah.
like it's like Taiwan has the like I walk I mean like I see more like legit AMGs in a single day here than I did in like 2, 3, 4 months
Yep.
when I lived in the States.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. I bet Hong Kong's like a close
Oh,
second.
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
they got like all the stuff. But the problem with Hong Kong car culture, like this is one thing I really would speak highly about Hong Kong is that their secondhand market is second to none. Their secondhand market in Hong Kong is so excellent. Price wise, I think it's fantastic, very fair, fairly priced. The conditions of these cars, 70%, 80% of the time, top condition because you really just can't drive it hard
Yep.
in Hong Kong and you don't use it as a daily transportation tool. So your car you get is actually pretty good. But like the problem with that is you get a lot of fancy European cars. You get a lot of lot of fancy European cars. You get some classics and so on. But I can go sit in American Village here in Osaka and Namba, sit at that roundabout, where all the people sit in that little
Mm.
park, I'm talking about, John.
Yep.
I can sit there for 30 minutes and I'll see a Viper. No, not Viper. I'll see Chrysler 300s. I'll see AMG G Wagons. I'll see Cadillacs. I'll see lowriders. I'll see, the second Ford Raptor in Osaka.
Yeah. I mean, I
I'll
never
see,
see I saw I saw my
yeah.
first Cadillac here, but it was like a like 12-year-old DeVille or something. It was pretty
Yeah.
it was pretty
Yo,
old.
like I saw two tricked out Cadillac Escalades in Nagoya.
Wow.
Just
Escalades?
blacked
You
out,
can't have an Escalade here,
blacked
man. Like,
out
I saw
Escalade. Yeah.
one Escalade here and I was like, what? I was blown away. I was like, I cannot believe somebody brought an Escalade the type. You can't park the stupid thing. I don't even know where. And to like a point, Jay says, yeah, they're all going to get dinged up. Let me tell you what, because I have a car here. I own a car. I've got a driver's license here in Taiwan. I bought a over decade old Infinity on purpose.
Mhm.
I love that car. It's got a huge engine. I pay crazy, stupid emission taxes because I've got, a 3.5 liter engine in it. But I want something powerful. I wanted something to like kick. I just, it's the American in me. I can't do these.
Oh, I feel you.
Like
You want
under
something
whatever.
good. You want something good off the line.
And
I feel you.
I didn't want anything with the turbo in it. I want to go normally aspirated. Anyway, but I don't want to get like whatever. So I got a G35, 2007. It's like what, 15 years old. '07, like after they facelifted it. I love that body. It was I had a G35 coupe back in the day from that same year, and I had a chance to get a hold of this one for a really killer deal. The sedan, the 4-door.
Yeah.
Loved it. I mean, I'm talking dirt cheap. Super high kilometers, didn't matter. There's a great shop here that works on them because I just like I'm basically just putting money in that thing every like 6 months because there's something breaking, but that's fine because it's cheaper than buying a new car.
Yeah.
But to Jay's point, my God, every day I walked out like if I had something nice here, my God, I've had tons of cars in my life. I've had more than I can count. I'm more of an Audi guy. I've had a lot of Audis, had a few BMWs. Primarily Audi, Volkswagen stuff. But like I walked out, I was like the whole the front bumper. My front bumper is just like yesterday or 2 days ago. I walked out. I pulled my car out of the garage. I'm in this elevator garage thing, which I still owe you guys a video on that. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I was going somewhere like the flower market or whatever, because the producer's big into plants now. And I was looking at the front. I was like, who the hell hit my car? Like the front bumper, like right at the very edge, like right where like the turns at like the very bottom, it's got like orange paint, like right on there. Like somebody just on the way out, just no, like took me. I'm like, oh well. And I was like, it didn't bother me, but I'm like, cause the car's, I mean like dirt. I mean, I say dirt cheap. I mean like, I think I paid like $4,000 for it. I mean, like US, like
Still,
yeah, still,
why you
but still,
running into my car.
but it's 4K. Like, so I'm like, now, all these people, to Jay's point, I see crazy expensive cars. And mind you, when you have like an AMG here, it's 2x the price that it is in the States. It's double. It's double because there's like these crazy import taxes on these high-end cars. So you're going to pay twice the price. So if you're like, oh, I can go get this AMG Mercedes, it's like 107,000, double that. It's 214K equivalent, and you convert. It's some big money car. Like, and I get door ding. I'm like, another door ding. I'm like, well, basically I'm kind of like when I get 5, I'll get them pulled, and then I'll wait till 5 more accumulate. I'll get those pulled.
Yeah.
I try to keep the car nice. I keep it clean. I take care of it. I take care of the leather. It's in great shape, like fantastic shape. But yeah, no. Anyway, I gotta take photos. I gotta show you guys my car stuff. Again, it's not flashy. It's not like whatever. But I mean, it's a car. It gets me around in this city. I barely can fit in the parking garage with a. If you guys know, a G35 is like a small. It's like pretty much a mid-size 4-door at best. It's tiny.
Yeah.
And it's almost too big for this town. So
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can definitely see it with all the scooter drivers driving like maniacs.
yeah. And Resvan, I got to get you guys the parking garage video because it's pretty interesting. I'll show you. Basically, I'll get my camera out and I'll do a POV of me parking, and I'll actually put it up on here. Yeah, paintless didn't. I'm sure paintless didn't repair shirts. But the thing is, too, all that labor-based stuff here is actually quite affordable. So getting these things fixed isn't the end of the world. Like normally, if you're going to buy like a 15-year-old, again, the reason I bought this car, I literally had the paperwork for the day it was imported from Japan. It was Japanese made in Japan, Infiniti G35, and this thing, I mean, it's got so many kilometers on it, like a lot. still bulletproof, man. That car is so like you just can't get them like that. That engine, the VQ, if you guys are Nissan heads, VQ35 engine is like so good, and it's just bulletproof.
Wasn't it just the detuned one that they had in the GTR?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it was
So
the
they
detuned
detuned it. They
GTR
didn't have the
engine.
turbos on it and all that in the GTR. Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a VQ, and then there's a VQ35, and there's like the V. I forgot the next one, the 37. Because right after my year, they dropped the G37. Well, yeah, 2007, 2007. I think 2008. They only made the body. Then they started doing the same body, but they put
Was it the Infinity one?
it's Infinity, which was not. There's no Infinity in Japan. So
Yeah.
oh, what is that anyway?
Yeah.
Because Toyota, you have. So Toyota doesn't have Lexus in Japan. Toyota has
It
Crown.
does. They do. They do have Lexus
They
here.
back import
so,
though.
so this is super funny. So I had this conversation with who was I was talking, I think I was talking to Masaki about this. I was like, so this is kind of weird, right? So Toyota Crown just said they're launching, new cars. All right. Now I was talking to one of our other colleagues, and Masaki was there too. And as Crown launching a new line of cars, like redefining, luxury for the Toyota brand. And so I was like, man, isn't this kind of redundant? I mean, like if you're looking for new markets for Crown, and I think the US is going to finally get Crown again. And I was like, but y'all, like Toyota already has Lexus. Like what?
Yeah.
No, but
that was
the
what
Crowns,
it was. Crown for X, because Crown just didn't translate internationally.
Well,
so they created their own
Crown,
brand.
the Crowns, like what I see here is like they're kind of that in between that Lexus and just generic Toyota brand. It's like some of the Crowns here, like some of the new faceless Crowns here, they're pretty badass looking cars. Like they're pretty nice.
The taxis are Crowns.
Yeah,
the taxis are like legit posh, even though they're old retro. They're still pretty cool.
And some of the new Crowns, like man, they'll give like some Audis run for their money. Like
when I got there, I was like, what is this? Like I remember the last time when I first noticed a Crown, when I first like started really paying attention to cars in Osaka, I was like, what is this Lexus here? It's like freaking, it looks like a Lexus, but it's like, it seems even nicer. Like there's more detail to it. I'm like, yo, what did that guy put like some crazy Crown logo on his Lexus? What did he get? He deleted his Lexus logos and he put these on, and then he like pimped out his car. No, that's a factory Crown. I was like,
it's
and
a
Masaki
factory
explained it to me.
Crowns
Yeah,
are pretty cool. Yeah.
he explained it to me. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like you
And,
said,
like-
yeah, like Seiko, Great King Seiko, Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Seikos, man. We're talking about watches now.
Uncle Alan,
Yeah.
you're being summoned with the Seiko talk.
With the Grand Seiko, yeah, Alan with the Seiko. Hey, man, Grand Seiko's no joke. Like, I think it's probably one of the most underappreciated high-end watches. Like, it's a legit. They're so good looking, but I think like you get like the tags, the Omegas, the Rolex, they all take like and then like Creedor, of course, yeah. But
yeah, the car scenes here are pretty insane. Like the other day, Saturday, after we finished Airsoft, Masaki and I were just kind of on the street, walking to the station, and then there was the new 2021 Lexus ISF right at the red light. I was like, what?
like that's a status
Tokyo
play.
plates.
Dude, that's a status play. What they did was they took it, and it's probably left-hand drive.
Oh no, it's
right-hand
drive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so the Lexus is exported, right? Correct? And then they
no, I think they have Lexus here now.
Okay, I knew for a while they
think so.
re-imported
I think
it.
they have Lexus here now. But yeah.
And it's like a power
man,
play.
it's
Like it was a
crazy.
total status game. Like you had the Crown, which you could get, but then like I think to re-import a Lexus was like the like the I gotcha, one level up. We have Lexus all over. I mean, Lexus, it's really weird here in Taiwan. Like if you want to buy a secondhand Mercedes or BMW, dude, they retain their value legit. Like it's nuts. And I'm not talking like US car market right now where there's like a bubble. I'm talking like for real, they retain their value. But like when you get to the other, like the Japanese luxury brands, like you get the Lexus, you get to the Infinities, you get to anything that's not the German stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't carry. I don't see any Acuras here. But they just don't contain. Even Audi doesn't have the cachet.
Yeah,
So
that's so funny.
Audi's kind of like down, and I'm like, man, in the States, like if you have an Audi, a BMW, a Mercedes, a Lexus, or an Infiniti, they're all like playing at the same tier. But here it's like, no. German stuff's here, and then the Audi, okay, BMW, Mercedes, then Audi's like down here, and then like you got maybe like the Japanese stuff. I'm like, so if you're like me, I love it. Like you can slide into like a Lexus or a Mercedes, or sorry, a Lexus or a like an Infiniti, and you can slide in for a solid deal. A solid deal.
Yeah.
Like, you get a great, because they're great cars.
Yeah, in Hong Kong it's the same way. Like the Mercedes, the Audis, and the BMWs always hold some kind of value. I mean, they all depreciate, but they hold some kind of value. Porsche, I think, is the universal one that just holds on to value. Like just you can get like an old Boxer, 987 Gen 1 Boxer, and it still holds on to a lot of value.
I see a lot of like old like Cayennes here. Like I'm talking like decade plus old Cayennes. Like some of the early gens, and they're still on the road. They're still being driven.
Yeah.
Like
apparently, if you don't get the turbo version, you just get like the bare bones version or just the one up. They're really reliable. Yeah, the first gen Cayenne, the first, and then the facelifted gen Cayenne. These two are like
they were at that point
reliable.
They were coming out of the Tiguan. They were coming to the Tiguan factory, I think. Or was it Tiguan or the Volkswagen?
I think it was the Touareg.
Touareg, Touareg.
Chassis.
The Tiguan was the smaller one. The Touareg was you're right. Tiguan matches the Cayman.
The Macan.
No, Macan. Yeah, Cayman's the hardtop version of the Porsche Boxster. But yeah. Sorry, I'm not like I don't speak Porsche well. I'll speak Audi really well. Like you give me the Audi stuff.
Yeah, I got the BMW bug early on, man. Like I've always loved the E90s series. Like that to me, I think is like the definitive most beautiful set of BMW has ever made. And then like the F80s are also pretty nice. The current ones just I've checked out. Like I cannot. Like I want to have a reason to like the current ones. I just can't. So, I think I'm just gonna stay with those. Oh man.
Yep.
Anyways, so last weekend, what did you do outside of a missile alert and getting
Missile
something cool for airsoft?
I went. Okay, so I went to grab some plants and stuff. Like said, the producer's beginning like she's getting into these carnivorous plants, like the ones with the bugs. So it's the summertime. Gnats get in the house, like little gnat bugs everywhere.
Right.
Not anymore. They're gone. Like pretty much everything here.
Plants ate them all.
It's death to plant. Like if you're living and you're in the insect category, good luck in this house. Oh my God, you have no chance of survival. You're dead. But I went and checked out.
That's oddly kind of dark, that your producer suddenly got into plants simply because she wants the plants to kill all the bugs.
Yeah.
Like there's something dark and twisted there. Like, but that doesn't surprise me.
No, it does. If you know the producer, it's like
that's par for the course.
That lines up. She's probably watching. She's like, waiting for the message to come. No chat yet. Maybe she's not listening. I mean, I've got a few plants around. I got like some I keep alive. I water them every week or two, and it's this big deal.
This one will bite your finger off.
Yeah, like you get the little Venus fly, and then all the tube ones where like they crawl in there and then they fall
and they slide in and can't get back out.
They can't get back out. Yeah. So, but no mosquitoes, no problems. Like, and like occasionally I'll find like the little Venus flytrap ones. I'll like, oh, that one's closed, and I'll hold a light to it, and I'll kind of like shine through it. Like, oh, it looks like a mosquito inside. Ha! Gotcha. Gotcha, buddy. But no, I went. I finally. So I'm gonna geek out a little. I know most of you guys are airsoft guys, so it's okay. I went and I went when I was in the States, and Mark, you were there. I picked up at Haley Strategic the Thorax. It's a plate carrier.
Swagtastic multi-cam black.
Swagtastic. Ooh. I mean, this is like
clean.
You could go cry. I ready to cry. Like that's like that's kind of bad. I wanted to go like super posh, and I did the Haley one. It was great. I saw it. I wanted it. It's super good. Cleaning out all my old tack gear, and I was like, all right, I got to get this thing working. So I ran around. I got like fake plates to go inside, so obviously it'll hold together and all this stuff.
Swimmer cut. Did you get the swimmer cuts?
You can't. Okay, here's the deal. Haley stuff is made for sappy plates.
Oh, right, it's sappy, not swimmer. Sorry,
Right, you can't do the swimmer stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
you
get
can't do
if you
swimmer
can get
stuff,
sappy swimmers, you're okay.
yeah.
But I just got some foam right now. I gotta find there. Actually, you can get plates here, like relatively cheap.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I got all that, and I was like, I want to get a radio. I gotta get a Baofeng, right? Because everybody gets a Baofeng radio, right? And I didn't know that Baofeng is making what looks like I would say 80 to 90% sized ANPRC 152.
Oh,
Did you know
like the
this
big boy.
exists? Did you know this thing existed?
No, I did not.
So it's a Baofeng. It's made by them.
I know
It's-
that they had a shell for it. I knew
Right,
they had
right.
a
I've
shell.
seen
You
the
can
shells,
put that
right? You-
one and it closes.
Yeah,
It's
you put it inside.
kind of dumb looking.
It's
you know,
dumb,
All right,
right?
fair enough for you, for us cosplayers.
Like if you just want to have like the thing sitting on the and you want to cosplay it out. Well, we're all cosplayers, right? But
Yeah,
no.
exactly. We're all cosplayers.
So, and Stu's like, we got them all for the team. So you can go to the 3C area over here. There's a 3C computer area.
Right.
And you can buy, there's like a couple radio shops, and I found one. Like I was going to order it from China, but because it's Baofeng's Chinese company. But I was like, oh, I found one. It's like it's like Baofeng was just relabeled. So like these things exist, and it's a legit, like full size, but it's just basically a Baofeng, and the battery's massive, and
It lasts for 6 days.
probably. So I want to show you this thing. Hang on, I'll grab it. It's in the closet. So
Do it.
it's pretty kind of cool. You should look into these. I bet you can find them in Japan.
But no, but we can't, because so we have a very. I learned this from Ryan. So there's a very specific radio band that we're only allowed to use here, and we can only use very specific radios that can work on these low frequency bands. We can't get Baofeng here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Chinese, I guess, because it goes across every band, man.
So like that's what Ryan was saying is because it's the band issue. So we can only get certain ones like Motorola's or whatever, because like we can't get it. Because I was telling Ryan, because he was looking at getting some radios as well, and I said, oh, just get some Baofengs. He's like, we can't. We just can't go out and get Baofengs.
Yep. You can't. Well, I got it. I'll show you. Like it's pretty freaking cool. Like they're $100-ish, give or take US.
Mm-hmm.
If you order from China, you can get them a little cheaper. But then I was worried about that here because there's like a lot of like the Taiwanese FCC is pretty restrictive. So I was like, I'd rather pick one up locally. I paid a little bit more, closer to 100 instead of like 75 or 80, but it's worth it. I got a warranty, which is fantastic. So let me hang on. Yeah, Herman says FRS. Yeah, so you can only stay in the FRS band. You can program, and that's what I normally do. I program my Baofeng radios with the FRS frequencies. Like I give them the same matching numbers, but then you can go way off band, and that's where your problem is. And they're also too high power. I think there's some that are 5 watts, some that are even 10 watts. I think mine's only 5 watts, which is still pretty beefy. And in the States, in the States, if you use it outside of FRS even at 5 watts on FRS, you're actually breaking the law. So go figure.
I thought this was America. I thought I can do what I want. Hey, used to call me on my Baofeng late night in the middle of the morning. Good one, Bumpkin. I actually sang that to myself in my head. Good one. All right, Jono, let's see it.
Hang on, let me get my massive hanger.
You didn't get one of our heavy hangers? What is
No, because I don't have a heavy hanger. Give me a heavy hanger.
Jeez.
So I got my.
Oh wow, that thing looked legit, yo.
Dude, it is legit. So hang on, let me get it out here for you. So, hang on.
I remember when Noah said that pouch is a pain in the butt to get in. Yo, this thing is wow.
It's not bad, right? Now mine's
It's not bad at all.
So it's pretty heavy. I added this. They give you the standard thick. What would look like the standard thick boy antenna, which is cool. But I found these on Amazon. I got a 2-pack. By the way, Stu, I got a 2-pack of these. I'll give you one of these antennas if you want it. Just let me know. Hit me up. Next time I see you, just remind me. I'll bring you one. It was like a 2-pack for like $20. It was super cheap from Amazon. And they work on this. So it's like one where you get unzip and it just pops right out. Like, so it's like you get like the legit like band.
Like a mile.
Yeah, it's like it. You can just turn it on and you got it's essentially just a Baofeng.
It's just a Baofeng in a
exactly the
military
same programming.
body.
Yeah. and it does it all. And the battery's like a monster. Look at this thing.
Oh wow, that'll last you 6 hours. That's just 6 days.
Like this is the radio.
Yeah, that's
and
just a
the,
green Baofeng. The
it's
rest
just a
is just
big honking monster.
you're just paying for the battery at this point.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. What frequency you on? Oh man, I can't get that frequency. Oh man, you got your stepping wrong. Oh, see when I know what you're talking about, like trying to figure out people's frequencies. This is like totally a cosplay move for me. What was that?
That was me accidentally hitting my microphone.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I thought it was like kind of a cool thing. I didn't know this existed because I was like, I'll go buy the expensive TRI one. It's like, kind of want to make it look, but I'm like, this is close enough.
Yeah, look, that's really, man, that's really good.
Yeah,
Like that is really good.
like
That'll
100
make
bones.
that'll
So
make some like, Milsim boys blush.
I might do like a vid on that. Might do like a little quick.
Is it just like a regular Kenwood adapter?
It's Kenwood plugs. So I've got like all
nice
the
and easy.
yeah. So all my stuff, I've got all the Code Red headset stuff because those guys used to sponsor me. I still love their stuff. So I got their double. Got their double push to talk here, so like they're color coded.
Nice,
So like you
nice,
get like
nice,
a black
nice,
one
nice.
for the black plug, and a gray one for the gray, so you know which one. And like
So that one also takes two. You can
And
put two plugs in that thing.
you can actually put 2 radios if you want. So this will key up which it's color coded which radio you're
Of
keying
course,
up,
of course.
and it's Nexus plug.
Okay.
So all the stuff's Nexus. So I've got like an Earmore headset, but I've got like all of their like throat mics and bone conducting and all that. So I can just kind of wear what I want to wear when I want to wear it. So
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
gonna do
So
a
we
full
have
video
a
on this because I know you got Masaki got one too. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the best thing I ever bought was this hitchhiker kit that guy talked me into.
oh yeah yeah.
If you guys know, like, by the way, if you know, you know.
Yes.
Lagoon. This thing, this like, because everybody's like the packs on the back and like the hitchhiker kit. I'll do a video on that later. Like,
It's pretty legit. Like, to be honest, the old Haley stuff, the D3 and all that, good, but I felt like it was showing its age a little bit.
yeah,
It wasn't aging nicely.
no,
And compared to all the Spiritus and Feral Concepts and all the slick stuff, the high speed stuff, and then bam, they dropped the Thorax.
Dude.
Bam, they dropped the micro chest rig. I'm like, whoa, what
and
company
then
is this?
bam, he drops the new D3 belt.
Yeah.
Like he's got like all of a sudden he's like just leaped everybody. Like
Yeah,
he was dragging
like
behind.
Travis was legit, man.
Yeah.
Like I admit I had some what I thought was unwavering love for Spiritus Systems until I saw that mini rig, and then I had to get it. So I
know,
ran
you
that
bought
last
the
week at
mini.
the game.
I saw you get the mini. I was like,
I ran that thing at the game last week. It's good. It's good. It's really good. So, and it interfaces with my ITW clips on my Aztec Deodon. So that works great. We have a 24-hour game coming up September with, our Lilac staff. We're going to roll up multicam Tropic combo. Nomura-san's rocking the ATAX FG.
oh,
He's our fearless leader, so he's got to be the leader. You got to have a slightly different set. So yeah, we're rocking multicam Tropic with multicam, and so I'm gonna rock the Haley on top of my carrier, and then get a Spiritus dangler. So
yep.
we're
I've
just
got the
fleshing out the gear a little bit for the 24-hour game.
I got my Volk dangler.
Yeah, see, like I was thinking about getting the
Dude,
Volk one too.
The Volk
but
one, just because I got to give
legit.
little props to the handmade Japanese
it's
stuff.
so legit. The it's so legit. My only issue with it was like I am just not a fan of the triangle, because I really do prefer my stuff to be a little bit more functional.
Yeah, because
and
you lose a lot of space with the triangle.
especially like when you are going on a long op. Like even when we were just playing CQB on Saturday, just the flexibility of throwing a bunch of stuff in my micro, just throwing my gloves when I wasn't wearing it, or like spare mag or whatever, using it as a dump pouch, just throwing my whatever stuff in there.
See, that's different though. I run a belt, so I got my dump back there. I got extra mags on the belt. I've got in the pouch, and my gloves I put on a clip, like a carabiner clip on the actual rig. So that pouch there is like for like anti-fog wipes, just some random stuff, like small things. So my use for it's different than your use for it. And that's why I'm like, oh cool. I like the smaller one. It's smaller. It takes up less space.
It's really, really useful. Like for me, I have my dump pouch on my belt too. It's just all like curled up back of my belt. I just use it there. But like, yeah, all my admin stuff is literally like I had a pack of batteries in there. I had, I would throw just some other miscellaneous stuff. Like I had a spare magazine in there, two CO2 capsules in there,
Mhm.
just a bunch of stuff that I would put in there. And I just use the Velcro side.
CO2.
Yeah, I just use the Velcro side and just stick my gloves on the Velcro on the front, and I just call it that. I know I'm gonna have to get a clip for my gloves soon because when we're out in the field, last thing I want is to lose a glove.
Get one of those ITWs that like
Yeah,
fish into the molly. They're awesome. They
yeah,
work and they lock.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's kind of what I'm kind of going for.
I
Or if not, like
remember
one
at
of those.
SHOT Show like 5 years ago, ITW's booth, they literally had a 3-tier display. It was like
Mhm.
bowl, massive bowl, like this big around, like
Yeah,
just big old bowls. And they were full of like the ITW, like the bungee ones that wove through your molly and you could bungee them
yeah.
down. The next tier was like the little clips. And I
Mhm.
forget what the third tier was. And it was out there for like the first or second day. People were like walking by getting a handful because they were free. It's like, just take them. Like, it was like, hey, giveaways.
Of course,
People were like
yeah.
just like double fisting these things. Like,
I've been waiting. I've been looking all over for these.
like they're running out with them, putting them on their eBay stores or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
And
yeah,
after a
yeah,
while,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, bad idea. But that's back when SHOT Show used to have like everybody
Yeah,
and their
it's
brother.
kind of like the Spirit of Systems, card carriers, right?
Yes.
The badge holders that they had in a multicam Alpine,
Bad
multicam
people would
Tropic, and
fight.
Black.
Like
Yo,
fist fights for bag. I still have my
yeah.
my holy grail, and thank God I knew the marketing
Geisley.
manager before she left. No, not the Geisley one. I had the Blue Force gear, laser cut one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So my laser cut one was the Chris USA.
Mm,
It's still
that's a good one.
hanging
The
back
problem
there.
is this: me and my dumb self left my stupid badge from SHOT Show in there, and then the ink transferred to the clear plastic window.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's okay. A little bit of alcohol wipe will fix that.
Will it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
had that happen to my Geisley one, and I just use a little bit of alcohol wipe.
Okay, I'll do that then. I need
Yep,
to clear them
yep.
then. Because I've got like a
You'll be fine.
BCM one, which is like tan. I got something else in multicam. Then
Yeah, I
remember
had
the
a
BDS? Everybody used to get the BDS ones. BDS
yeah,
tag.
that looked like a plate carrier.
Yeah. Oh no, they had this like they had a standard black BDS one, and then VFC has one.
Yeah, that one was really nice. That
Mine
one
will
was
it'll
not
break
bad.
your neck. It's so
Yeah.
heavy, but it's like legit clips. You Velcro the top, you open it up. It's like a passport book inside, and you can like, it's everything. So
Yeah.
like this is like you just delete your wallet, delete everything, and just put everything in your badge holder. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Geisley ones were like the ones to get for a long time too.
Yeah,
The only
Geisley was
thing
pretty
about the
slick.
guys, the only issue about the Geisley ones is that they don't, and I knew he did this on purpose. They don't give you any Velcro real estate. They just have
Because he
their
wanted his
whatever,
branding.
and you want it's just like, and it's stitched on PVC Geisley. I'm like, you slick dog.
Yeah, you
That's
know
why.
what's up.
That's why Uncle Sam always works with you.
You're always like that. That like we're playing checkers, he's playing chess.
Yeah,
like I
that's
love my
right.
B. I kind of like showing off the logo. So like the Blue Force Gear one's got like the red logo. It's embroidered in the Velcro.
Right.
But like I always get a bunch of cool patches I want to show off.
Didn't Bo and LBX do one a while ago?
Did
And
they?
then they just did like a run of one, right? I'm sure they did.
I'm sure LBX did. That seems like an LBX play.
Yeah, that's a very Bo thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, enough about
Yeah.
industry
By the way,
inside.
thank you for
inside
the
talk.
past like 15, 20 minutes of letting us geek out
Yeah, just
on
indulging in
yeah.
this.
this stuff.
So you last weekend, and I'm gonna go get my next drink.
Yeah, go get your next drink, and we'll talk about your last weekend coming up.
Yes.
So yeah, coming up, what do I got next? Like, I'll kind of give you future because last weekend was that. It's kind of just chill, stay inside with the heat. I worked a lot on. One thing is interesting, by the way, for those of you who do YouTube, and I don't know if you guys are doing production on YouTube. YouTube is starting to open up the ability to have your own Shopify store. And I've even talked to Mark about this. He probably can't even hear me because his headset's not on. You can have your own Shopify store now underneath your YouTube channel and have your products listed for sale under a YouTube channel. So for those of you who do YouTube, just side note, that's a thing. It is not easy to set up. There's like a lot of steps, but I got it done this weekend. I got approved. You have to actually go through an approval process and all this stuff. I don't know if they're going to open it up for like what the channel limit is. I think it's like 10,000 subs or higher. But anyway, worth kind of looking into. Also, Stu, you said yours is for the danglers for M&Ms. Mine's for Skittles. M&Ms melt too easy.
Yeah, that's true. But Skittles get all sticky and gross.
Yep. Oh, the shop's all active on Insta too. Yeah, like so. I use Shopify. My Shopify links to Insta and Facebook, but they now have where your Shopify. And I didn't tell you about this earlier. I was going to try to talk to you about this before we started. Your Shopify, you can link your Shopify store as a tray under your YouTube channel now.
Oh, nice.
Yes, like so now I actually have Patch Fiend linked to Airsoftology as a shopping tray. I put it up the very
Nice.
first day. I got a sale within like an hour. I was like, whoa.
Nice.
It's
nice.
only in 12 countries, so it's like part of the EU and North America, essentially is what it is.
Nice. So I got my next drink, which I'm very surprised that they have this here.
Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, I really want to see this one.
So
You told me about this one.
I saw a red can at 7-Eleven when I was buying dinner. I was like, oh, that's interesting. This is like an ale. And I looked, oh, it's not an ale. So I saw like side profile of a fruit. I was like, oh, it's got to be like a strawberry then. It wasn't.
It was.
It was a tomato.
Red Eye.
They call it red eye. So
it's a Michelada without the lime.
It's a michelada. That's
Michelada without the lime.
I was so surprised. So I actually really do enjoy drinking micheladas and clamato with beer.
Oh, Clamato.
Clamato and beer.
who is it? Is it Bud?
So good.
Is it Bud? Who does the Clamato?
Coors does one.
Okay, it's Coors does the one. Okay, I knew somebody had one.
Coors does clamato juice, and like again, for people who've never had this before, you'll probably think it's just disgusting. But it's so
gross.
It's really good, especially like if you're slightly hungover. Clam and beer is really good.
The saltiness, the
It's-
umami flavor of the clam, like you got
It is
oh my God.
surprisingly good. So this is essentially a michelada, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they have this. They even have instructions on the can telling you need to kind of rotate it 2 or 3 times.
Oh, they even like
before
that's
you
what
open
the Michelada has. You got to like says shake the but not shake it.
So you have to rotate it. So
by the way, while you're
say,
looking,
like,
this
2 or
is
3 times.
dude. This is like straight up legit, really crisp.
Okay.
Like
Then I'm gonna have to
I
try
could
that next
pound
time.
like 3 or 4 of these and not bat an eye. 5%. Red Eye.
This is also supposedly only 3% too.
3%?
Yeah,
That's the thing about the Micheladas in the States are all like 5 or 6. And I
yeah,
like
this
that.
is like regular beers with the spices and stuff.
Because if you make your own Michelada at home, you take a beer and you add the tomato juice, you get like 3%, essentially.
Yeah.
But that's why I like the ones in the can because you get 5%. Because
Can explode
if
on
you're
me.
trying to watch your calories, it kind of manages your calories.
Jono,
Really?
this smells legit.
Really?
This smells like a michelada.
All right, go. Is it sweet tomato or salty tomato? Please tell me it's salty.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Sweet tomato?
It's cherry tomato.
It's sweet tomato. I knew it. Everyone in Asia does sweet tomato.
It's so funny. It's not even like the sweet. It's not like the normal size. It just tastes like a bag of cherry tomatoes with beer. Like it's not. It's quite refreshing. To be honest, I'll pound some.
Touch of salt, squeeze a lime, problem solved.
Yeah, for sure. Like this is genuinely pretty good. This is actually pretty good. It's got a little bit of an amber hue to it as well, so it's genuinely pretty good. Not bad, Asahi. Good job.
I'll say this. I'm very rarely disappointed with Japanese drinks. Be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Like whenever I see something new, it's like, oh, is this Japanese like soda? I'm like, I'm gonna grab that.
Dude, they have speaking of Japanese soda, I have to get this for the next show. The Chupa Chumps?
Yeah.
They have a Chupa Chump soda here.
What?
Dude, yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? Oh, no way.
So there's Chupa Chups, right? But for those of you in the States, Trolley, it's the same brand. In the US, they released the Chupa Chup brand under Chupa Chups under the Trolley brand. It's the same thing. but everywhere else, like
Mhm.
in Latin America, South America, Central America,
The rest of the world.
rest of the world, it's Chupa Chups,
Yeah.
right? It's the
Yeah.
same thing. So you get like, so is it like the lollipop or is it like the sour candy?
I don't. It's the pink one. It's like the strawberry one.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I will get it tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow, and I'll just do that. Yeah. So Razvan, you're tempted to buy some sake from your local supermarket.
Oh,
Is it worth it? I would say take a couple of pictures, and then of the logos, like whatever they have over there, and then just maybe do a bit of like Google search, because they usually have a little bit of English on them. Like
Yeah.
they'll probably have like the name of the sake written in English. Of course, they may not, but they have it written in English. You can also post it in the Facebook group, and we can try to use the power of open source to give you some recommendations. Totally, man, give it a try.
Yep.
The
'Cause
worst,
we might
the
have
worst
a-
that could happen, just use it for cooking.
Yeah. Like pretty much like one thing I learned, and this was like the American me coming to Asia, is one, you don't heat up your sake. Heating up sake is to cover up, like for the most part, like the hot
True.
for the most part.
Mhm.
Like that basic Gekikan stuff you get draft in America is like, that's what I
The
used to
hot
drink.
sake,
I'm like,
you get it.
the
Yeah.
hot sake, I was like, oh, this is great. I get here. I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about sake, right? But I do know that there are far better ones, and chilled for me now that I'm getting into the, even like when I say better, I mean like
Mhm.
even the low tier, the cheap, like they come in milk cartons.
Yeah, the milk carton stuff. Yeah.
Literally milk cartons, which is like the cheap stuff, is far better than the Gekikan cheap stuff you're going to find in America. So if your hypermarket has sake there, Mark through Masaki are going to be your outlet. I don't understand it, but I'm going to tell you some of the best sake I've ever had in my life. Not some, the best in multiple flavor palettes and levels came from Masaki's recommendation. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. When in doubt, Masaki is always pulled through.
yeah. So definitely worth getting a check before purchase, because they'll say, oh, this one tastes like this one has like these flavors, it has melon flavor, this banana flavor, you should serve this super chilled, you should serve this like moderately chilled,
Room temp,
yeah, room temp, exactly. There's a lot of different ways, and I don't know enough.
Just like wine.
Yeah, I don't know enough about sake. Like Chilean wine, hey, I've kind of got my thing. That's like my thing. But like sake, no. Like go to the experts. Mark's on point here. Ask in the Facebook group. Take some photos. They'll point like, hey, this is the one you want to grab. Try this one.
Yeah.
You'll be
And
really
if
surprised.
I'm out of sorts, I have the expert sitting next to me at the office. So
yeah, and he'll know. He'll immediately know. It's like, oh, that's from this region. It's gonna have this flavor. Like he'll know the thing. Herman, Irwin salted egg fish skin. My God, that stuff is cracking
so
a bag.
good. That's so good.
It is.
The only thing
bag.
that's just as good as that, and you have to eat it fresh, is when you go to yakitori and you order the deep fried crunchy chicken skins here. Oh my God.
Oh
Wow. They're so good.
dude,
Yes,
like
so good.
chicken, like animal skin, like specifically chicken and fish.
So
I
delicious.
never looked at it until I got to Asia. Oh my God. Masaki, happy to help, even with the sake emoji.
That's
awesome.
right. So while we're on the topic of sake,
I'll say
it's
this.
my
Masaki
turn
has
to-
forgot more about sake than I and Mark together will ever know.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, there's no way that we can ever catch up to Masaki. No way.
Not even like we'll be down here. He's like sitting on top of the mountain, legs crossed, like waiting.
Yeah.
So
Like he's the final boss. Like he's not just the final boss. He's like the hidden boss that you can't access.
you got to go to the secret room. You got to like start the level backwards to get to him, and then you have to like figure out the cheat code to beat him, because you can't beat him on normal mode. And Mark and I, we're like the minions somewhere in the first level.
Yeah, somewhere down here.
I'm
with
I'm like the
plebs.
second guy you kill just to get you started. I'm like the little mushroom guy you jump on, like the very
I'm the
beginning of Super
tutorial
Mario.
level boss.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the tutorial level minion. I'm like, hey, it's me. So
Jono's the guy that you see on screen and say, hey, press X to execute attack.
yeah, I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there waiting for you. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Masaki's Mewtwo. Yeah, if we're gonna do
basically, yes,
Pokemon, he's Mewtwo.
he is.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah, man. So last weekend, Saturday, we went for airsofting in the morning,
Mhm.
which was cool. Always good to go with a group of friends here, and some people from work came. Masaki came. Some other of our colleagues came. But what was really fun was Masaki booked us an awesome evening at the Suntory Beer Gardens on the rooftop of the Suntory building. And wow, it was something else. Like we were right by the river in Umeda. It was beautiful, breezy evening. We're on the roof, and it's basically you sit there, and it's like a barbecue, right? It's like yakiniku. You sit there, and so they give you like a plate of like a starter. So they have some pickles, some bread, some finger food, some shrimp vermicelli, and then of course you have your barbecue, so you can toast up your bread a little bit, and great starter. And then they bring out a plate of meat. So they have like thin cut
Oh,
steak, they have some marinated pork, they have chicken. Wow, just excellent.
and I'm
And
guessing like drink pairings.
yeah, oh, well, not really. What they just
Really?
did is they had their whole like catalog from Suntory.
Oh my god!
Just not the expensive stuff, but like their
Right,
whole
right.
catalog of like their Nama beer, their premium malts, their dark beer premium malts, their new gin tonic right from the tap,
Oh my god!
highball, lemon chew high. Um, it was so excellent, and it was all you can drink.
Huh?
It was all you can drink. You go there, you press the button. So they like some of the guys who follow me on Instagram, they saw it. They have the automatic beer dispenser machine where you put the beer in the thing, you press the button, and it'll automatically tilt the glass for you,
I've
pour the
seen these.
perfect
I did
pour.
that.
You've seen it, right?
I've done that, and it's like
It's so
amazing. Like
good.
it legit.
It's
Like it's like,
yeah,
zoop,
give you the perfect pour every
and it
time.
like
Two
turns as it
fingers,
finish.
excellent. Yeah,
Oh my
it gives you the
god!
perfect pour.
I forgot about
Perfect,
that.
perfect pour. Yeah. And so like my favorite, of course, I love premium malts. Of course, I love premium malts. But my favorite that night, I think it was a toss up between the dark beer and their Nama beer. It was
Mm.
just it was just so
Really?
good. It was
So
just
like I
yeah, it
think
was
that
so well.
to
They
me
also had
premium
their
malts is
alcohol free
good.
one
Like
too.
premium malts to me like it's kind of like I'm gonna have a night like a really nice meal. But if you got like barbecued
Yeah.
meat, I feel like
Yeah. If you're drinking a lot of you're doing a lot of volume, premium malts is so rich that you'll just get so full
you
after
get full.
drinking like
Like
three of them.
this is pretty light. This is like you can totally like it's 5%, but you can session this thing. So
Mhm. It was really nice. And then like so, great service, um, really chill evening. A bunch of us went. Of course, yeah, our fearless leader Nomura-san went. It was so funny. It seemed like a lot of us kind of coordinated what we wore. We all like a bunch of us. And Nomura-san did it. I did it. One of our other guys from our sister company, Vito, did it. Masaki did it. We all wore flowery button-up shirts.
well, it's kind of the style now, man.
It's like Masaki had this really awesome red button-up from 511.
Oh
And
wow.
then he wore a red kind of like an Under Armour compression on the inside. So he was just red and blue. Super cool. Nomura-san wore like a tiger stripe with water lilies with a Apocalypse Now background on it.
Yeah.
Super
Wow.
legit. Vito wore like a pink one, and then I wore a Zara white with the green flower leaves. And so like we just it just somehow it just happened. It was really cool because I saw Masaki and I was like, there's no way I'm going back to Nambo with you feeling underdressed again ever.
Yeah, you know better. You're like, all right,
Yeah,
I know how
I'm
this is
never
gonna
going
work.
back to Nambo with you, like not fancied up. It's never gonna happen again. you know he's because no matter what Masaki doing, he's always looking fly, he's always
Yeah.
looking smooth. I sent a picture to the producer's first reply was, man, that's a nice shirt, man. Masaki looks so young. I'm like, well, he always looks young. Come on, you've seen the guy.
Yeah. He's like eternally never aging.
Yeah, he's like just stuck at there, and then he's just been there for the last century. Yeah, man. So it was pretty legit. Like it was a really, really fun night. We went to second place after that. Kind of like a pretty kind of, I would say kind of ritzy kind of sushi place. Maybe it wasn't, but it felt ritzy. Has a really nice sushi. I had like the marinated fish guts that I really like, but they paired it with cream cheese, which was very interesting. It was a good pairing. I had that.
Cream cheese. I guess it would
Yeah,
actually. I'm trying to imagine that.
it's a shuto with cream cheese.
It'd
So
actually be
it's
good
like
because like
that
the
really
saltiness,
salty
and
fishiness.
then the cream
Yeah,
just like round it out.
kind of rounds it up, kind of pairs well with each other. Yeah, yeah. The shuto with the cream cheese was an interesting mix. I think I'm gonna do that at home next time because I have some shuto in here. Got bought to me from a colleague of mine that's from Kochi, so very famous for this kind of stuff. So if you guys want to know what it is, it's called shuto. It's basically the guts of the fish. I think it's bonito guts, and then they marinate it, and then they just let it ferment. And it's super salty, super fishy, but it's if you like that kind of stuff, it's good. You eat it with some like fresh cut spring onions, that oniony, spiciness, and that salty fishiness kind of really goes well
But I can
together.
imagine the cream cheese rounded with all of that would like full circle.
Yeah, it's really excellent. So
Yeah,
so for sure. Yeah, it was really special. So that was a really good night. So that's yeah, no, that was my Saturday. Yeah,
nice.
then we just kind of hung out a little bit, went to some places, had a few drinks, we just kind of chit chatted the night away, it was good. It was good. Okay, this is a good one. We can finish off with this question
Okay.
from Ho Xing Young. Quick quiz. One food you must order from Izakaya.
Oh, it depends. Like some shops are better at things than others. What did I have at my izakaya last time?
I know,
What about
I know
you?
my go-to. I
What's your
know my
go-to?
go-to. So this Izakaya I go to in Zurahashi all the time. There is one dish called Kaisen Yuki. So it's basically a think about like beef tartare,
Hmm.
right? But this is seafood. So it's an assortment of like sometimes it's kind of like whatever they have. So sometimes it'll be like salmon with tuna and a bit of octopus, and
Oh,
they'll put a raw egg on it, and then they'll put some soy sauce around it, and
oh,
it comes just like tartare. It looks
really?
just like beef tartare,
Really?
right? And it
So it's
comes
kind
in
of
this small thing.
mashed.
No, it's not mashed. It's just regular sliced,
Yeah.
small thin slice of assorted different kind of
Okay, so like
seafood.
slice a little nice
Yeah,
thin, like beef tartare, laid
yeah.
out nice and thin, like on a
And then they
plate,
put an
almost
egg
see
on
through.
top. They put
And
like
I
a
got
yeah, yeah.
okay.
They put the egg yolk on. When you're here, I'll take you. They put
Yeah.
an egg yolk on top, and then they put some soy sauce. It is so excellent. It just it's. I've taken everyone that I've taken there to have this. They've all said, "Oh my god, this is so good."
But that's
Like
pretty
even
like
my local colleagues.
that's like super unique though. What about like generic? What about something like the go-to you
Generic
can find
wise,
everywhere? Because that sounds awesome, but it also
yeah.
sounds very specific to that place.
Generic wise, I don't know. Like there's a lot. Like Isekai got a lot of good stuff.
I usually do
I would
like I'm
probably
with you on
say,
seafood, man. I'm like usually
mhm,
oysters if they got them.
yeah. I'll usually kind of go for number one. I always go for what Masaki orders. Safest bet, by the way.
Yeah, like whatever he knows
Safest
best.
bet.
Always knows
Safest bet.
best.
If not, like if you really want to be safe, you can get whatever karage that they have. Karage is always a good choice.
Yeah.
It goes great with beer. You can never go wrong with karage, especially here in Osaka, the land of the fried everything. you know, God, I love this place. Yeah, so yeah, karage is also good. Whatever beef that they have is also good. Sometimes you like. There's a place I went to after I went to get my haircut. They had this really good kind of like a lightly seared wagyu sushi, and that was oh yes, just so good.
Sounds good. Sounds
It's
really good.
excellent.
God, I'm hungry now. Man. Yeah, me
Alternatively, whatever chicken wings also work great too.
chicken, yeah,
So,
chicken wings, oysters. I
yeah.
usually like a fried oyster guy. Like if there's some kind of fried oyster on the menu, I will jump on that every single time. That's kind of my jam.
Yeah.
Um, and some kind of chicken dish. Typically
Yeah.
something with crispy skin attached to it, like wings.
Yes, yes.
Something that has like the crisp on the outside and the juicy on the inside.
So this is the big brain move when you go to have yakitori. especially if you go to Toriki. So I know you've probably seen several Torikis, Ho Ching Young, in Tokyo. So Toriki is like, basically the chain yakitori place here in
Okay.
Japan. And so here's the big brain move. You order the chicken skins and you order the chicken namban, right? So the chicken namban's got like the tartar sauce with the fried chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you eat all the chicken from the chicken namban, you save the sauce. Don't let them take your sauce away. Because like they'll come and
They'll
want to
come
serve
grab
you
your
and take
plate. Yeah, for real.
You
man.
have to
I've
tell them,
noticed that.
don't take my plate.
Yakitori, like
Yeah.
the second your plate's empty, they're like so
Don't let
fast.
the waiters or the waitress take your plate. Leave the plate of like the rest of the the tartar sauce, or the egg salady tartar sauce that they have
Yeah,
with the
like
chicken
it's like a
namba.
tartar. It's
Leave
like
it there.
the mayonnaise, and there's like
Yeah,
chopped egg and like pickle
leave it
inside.
there.
It's like,
And then you take your chicken skin
huh?
and then you dip it in the chicken namban and then you eat it. My friend Mason from Tokyo, he's like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, you've not. He's like, I don't know why I haven't done this before. Oh my god, my mind is so blown.
Oh, oh,
Yo,
stingray fin.
stingray fin.
Oh my god! For
Yes.
those who've
I
never
don't know
had,
why this escaped my
yeah.
mind. Yes,
Skate,
Masaki.
some
Stingray, yeah,
stingray fin, skate
stingray
fin.
fin.
It tastes like scallop.
Whoa,
It is so
yes.
freaking
It's
tasty. If
so
you've never
good.
had it, it's
Yes.
hard to cook right,
Yes.
so you need to go somewhere to get it done. I bought it. I finally got it right one time at home.
Mhm.
It's pretty hard to find in the States, but
Yeah.
stingray fin, it's like basically the whole thing tastes like just like a scallop. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
freaking
so
tasty.
good. It's so, yeah, you're right, Masaki. Yes. Yes, Jade, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
That is
It's
a
a
thing.
real thing.
Yeah, it's a
It's
real they give you a little bit of
so
that mayo and you just dip it in. Oh,
because the stingray that has like these crazy
I want it now.
bones, these crazy bones that are out in
Yeah.
its wings. They're like freaking like monster needles that run straight out in the
Yeah.
wings.
And there's just all
So
cartilage, so you can eat it.
yeah. But like you got to get it cooked right. 'Cause you kind of mess it
Yeah.
up, it won't be good. It's like the biggest chunk of scallop meat you've ever had in your life. It's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And it is so
It's really good. And
freaking good.
yeah. Yeah, stingray
Yeah.
fin. It's like almost dried. It's like a dried scallop. They kind of lightly kind of char grill it a little
Mm.
bit, cut it up in a nice finger size, food. Dip it in some of that, so some of that mayo that they have here. It's just so fantastic.
Yeah.
Dashi tamago yaki, that's also a great one. You can never go wrong with, omelet.
Yeah. All the
Great one.
omelet. Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah.
Great one.
Tamagoyaki. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, you go in, order your nama beer, and then you just have any of these suggestions that we gave out. You will not go wrong.
So we've got to do like, okay, mission for you. You got to find some skate wing or stingray fin.
Yeah,
And
I'll talk to the expert tomorrow.
yeah, get the expert. The expert dropped it in there. We gotta find a place, get some photos, get it up on your IG, and that's like awesome. I gotta try. Am I gonna find it here? It's gonna be really hard.
You got to
find.
sort out our IG issue first. Like, have they gone back to
Okay,
you
I've
yet?
submitted it. I finally got submitted, so we'll see. I can check what we're talking. I mean, like, where's my mouse? I got like the biggest screen on the planet, so it's kind of hard to see my mouse. All right, let me find it. I'll find Gmail. Let's see. I had to do a stupid photo. Ha. Yes, literally, you have to send. I just send them the dumbest photo on the planet.
The Discord is a thing. Jono's gonna rebrand the Airsoftology Discord to this one. So
Guess what?
is it done?
It's done.
Is it sorted?
3 hours ago, got the email back. It's sorted. It's back up. Done. Let me double check
Yes.
it.
And then I'll log in tomorrow.
IG,
I'll log in tomorrow and I'll start posting some IG contents for y'all.
Switch accounts. Log in. By the way, our IG is going to be. I had to send the most ridiculous photo possible.
Oh, I believe it. It's really stupid.
It's done, baby. It is done.
Yes.
It's up. It's running. We got it. Cool.
We'll drop the link in the Facebook group tomorrow, and then I'll drop the link in this particular episode's description.
If you guys want to know, it's Stay Hopped Up. If you want to look for it,
Yeah.
just Stay
Yeah,
Hopped Up.
One
That's
word.
the name of the IG. All one word. Done.
Yeah.
So it's hot. We're good. Thank you for asking, Mark. I did get it taken care of. So Stay Hopped Up is it. So we'll have, there's zero content right now. Just hit the follow button.
Just go ahead and
we'll get it
follow
fed.
right away. you
Mark,
know.
I got to get you on this thing. Like
Yeah, just
added,
I remember you shot me the login details. I'll just go back
Yeah.
and look for it.
yeah, just find it. If not, I'll update it for you. No problem.
Yeah. Easy peasy. So
Yeah.
we'll do that. And so yeah, Discord channel, Jono, just go ahead and do that whenever you can for
Yeah, I can do that.
the
I've got a
rebrand.
Discord somewhere. I'll do another one. I've already set one up. So yeah, I can get Discord going too. So
Yeah, so we'll get that done, and we'll get that dropped in the Facebook and put in the IG
I'll
description.
probably
and
do
stuff
that.
like
I'll end up
this.
like, I may just have that, and I'll just probably when I do editing and things like that, just chill in the Discord and have it run on the side, and I can just chat with people and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I think that's a good way to put a pin in it.
It is, man.
What do
I
you
finally
think?
got it. We got our IG, baby.
What a way to wrap up the show. We
That
got
is
our
good.
IG.
I know, man.
Yes.
So, well, cool. Super excited. Got that done. I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to seeing your stingray fin. That
Yes.
looks
Now
good.
that we have the IG, oh man,
Yeah.
all my food adventures, all the
Yes.
adventures in general is going to be up there. So, yes. All
Yep.
my back catalog of photos that I have
Just
on my
start
phone, I
dumping
can
them.
just
I've
start
got, dude,
dumping.
you have no idea what kind of photos I have sitting on my, all that. So yes, I can totally do
Yes.
I can start dumping all the crazy food I have here, which is there's so many good food. Dude, I found a legit pizza place here, like legit Italian, but nobody wants to see Italian pizza. I've got some crazy good food here, like all the hot pot. I think it's just literally it's airsoftology. I think I'm pretty good with like camping on my actual company name, like airsoftology, and almost every like social. It's pretty rare I don't have airsoftology because airsoftology is actually trademarked. So if somebody's like poached it, I can steal it back because it's actually a
dope.
trademark name. So
It's trademarked.
it is, man. I did that. I did that
Like-
back in
Like, let's get it from SS Airsoft.
yeah, like actually, man, I got let's get
Steve.
the yeah, I did I grabbed it back in like '08. Before I even announced the name, before I even started the podcast, I had it trademarked. So, yeah, all my company names are trademarked. All of them.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
That's good. Well, we should get on this ASAP.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Alrighty-o. Well, that's a good one. Let's
It's good.
put a pin in it here, and we'll
Yeah,
see
man.
y'all next week.
Heck
Oh, it's
yeah.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be such a full week of content for everybody. So yeah, we can't wait to get on it.
Yep. I've got a.
So
Do I have a wedding? I think I have a wedding to go to this coming weekend. I do. I've got a wedding to go to this weekend.
popped up the wedding.
I might get a photo of me in a suit for you guys.
Oh, wow.
Gals.
IG story. Put that on the IG story.
IG story, me in a suit. Yes.
Yes,
That might happen.
yes.
So I got a wedding to go to. I got like tons of, apparently it's a Michelin rated restaurant. So I should be some pretty awesome
Wow.
food. So
Photos.
lots of photos.
5-star
Taiwanese.
wedding
It's
food.
Taiwanese. Yeah. It's some Michelin star wedding food. So, well, yeah,
Do it.
man, guys and gals, everybody on here, thank you so much for joining us every single week.
Yes.
We'll see you next
you, thank
Monday.
you.
Like always, we'll be here with some more cool stuff. We'll have some food. Follow us on IG. Stay Hopped Up is the actual channel.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end of the show, we always say, stay.
Stay hopped up,
Hopped up.
everybody.
See you guys next
Stay
week.
hopped up.